Hey everyone, I'm Serge and I'm so happy to see you. Welcome to the channel. My job is to create simple and easy to follow videos that include tips and tricks on how to get your computer working properly again. And today I'm going to show you how to fix external hard drive not showing up. We've all been there. We plug in our drive and it's not displaying. So what do you do then? How do you fix it? First, we'll be covering the most common types of fixes. We will address all operating systems and different computer types. So this one video should be able to answer all of your questions. Step 1, we examine the physical hardware. Check the drive for obvious signs of physical damage, because a dropped drive could be permanently out of commission until it's sent to a data recovery facility. If you're sure you didn't drop it, it's time to verify that the USB ports on your system are working properly. I have personally had all of my USB ports on the machine die out. I've seen this happen with friends and family, and sometimes these ports die due to age and normal wear and tear. But if you're too rough with these ports, they can also break. Try plugging in different drives into different USB ports. Check all your ports and see if other drives also work on the same ports. If other drives work on these same USB ports, then it's a drive issue and the ports are fine. But if you have drives you know work perfectly fine, yet they don't work on these USB ports on the target computer, then that means the ports are finally dead. However, I recommend to also change out the USB cable of the drive to see if that helps. You know why? Because if you bend the cord 100 times, the cord's durability is so low that it will start to fray and the cord will stop working properly and there could be packet loss. Make sure you have an authentic cord. Most cords purchased online are counterfeit and don't last very long. Some cords' performance will degrade over time. For instance, my drives sometimes randomly disconnect. Now, after I've replaced the cords with an authentic cord purchased at a legit retailer, my issues ended up being solved. So try replacing the cord if you haven't already. You might be surprised how easy of a fix this is. If you need more guidance, let us know in the comments section below. On Windows 10, if you currently have files on your drive, but now for some reason you can't detect the drives, or the files stop, do not accidentally make the issues worse. Let's troubleshoot the problems together. Don't be in a hurry, take your time to understand this. I promise I'll make this easy for you. If the drive is appearing and disappearing, whatever you do, do not add any more files to the drive that's having issues. This is to prevent the drives from accidentally deleting more of your files. Plus, the files that have disappeared may still be on the drive. If you add a file to the drive, it might override the file, causing it to permanently disappear. Take this for example, when files are deleted by you, or when files disappear from the drive, they are actually still there. They have only been marked for deletion by the file system, which means even though they are not visible, they may still be there. If you drop more files to the drive, it overwrites the deleted files with the new file. So if you ever have accidentally formatted the drive, as long as you have kept this drive unaltered and did not put any new files, the deleted files are just hidden and marked for deletion. They have not yet been deleted till you put new files on there. So don't put new files until you can recover the old ones. If a once operating drive's files have disappeared, you can run the utility to recover the files that have disappeared. Follow these steps to recover the drive. Download the application, run the application, select the drive you want to recover, and then select where you want the files to be put. Preferably not the same drive you are recovering. It's that simple. Sometimes the drive works well, but will not show up in the PC window. Search for the disk management in the Type Here to search bar. This will show all the drives that are connected to the computer. If the drive shows up here, but not in this PC window, then that means your drive doesn't have a partition and needs to be formatted to be seen correctly. Select it and right-click on the unallocated space, New Simple Volume, and then follow the wizard. Once it's done formatting, you should be good to go. Sometimes the drive has a partition but no drive letter, so you'll need to assign one in the disk management utility. Search for it, then right-click on the letter and change it. Click Add if it doesn't have one. Sometimes we are trying to use a drive on our computer, but that drive doesn't have the right file system. For that specific computer's operating system, this might prevent us from writing or reading the drive. For instance, if you are trying to use an NTFS formatted drive on a Mac, it won't work for writing files. Maybe your drive is partitioned to only work with Mac, which would prevent it from working on Windows, or maybe it only works with Linux. Either way, you want to figure out what type of file system your drive is using, so you can either change it or insert the drive in a computer it's designed for. Figure out what file system you have on Windows, right-click on it on the drive, and go to the properties to read the file system type. This can help you determine which file system you have and subsequently figure out where this drive works and belongs. If you bought a brand new drive, you may need to format it. Click on the Windows search bar and type this PC under All Best Match. Click this PC app. A window opens up allowing you to explore the drives. You should be able to see the drives that are connected and operational. If you still don't see the drives, we'll need to dig a little deeper, but don't worry, I'm here to help. If you see your drive, you may be able to click on it, but still not be able to use it until it's formatted. If this is a new drive and you don't have any files on it, let's format it and let's get it running. Right-click on the drive and select Format. Here you'll be able to choose the file system type. A file system is just a way of organizing a drive. NTFS is probably the best file system you want to format with. It's the most efficient for internal drives. Go ahead and select this one. Exfat is what you want to use if you're using a removable drive. It's better with plug-and-play functionality, which means when you plug this drive in, it's going to work on a wide variety of systems, even cross-platform, which is great. FAT32 is good for files that are smaller than 4 GB, and these days we tend to have video files that can be rather large. FAT32 is dated due to its 4 GB file size limit. However, it does work with much older systems, which is why a lot of manufacturers use it for USB drives. Use NTFS only if you're needing to install Windows on that drive. Note, NTFS drives can only be read on Mac. Use Exfat for everything else, especially if it's just to store random files. Alright, so for this part of the video, I want to show you how to use Stellar data recovery software. So if you have your drive and it is working, but your files are missing, you can use this software to recover your files on Windows or Mac. So let's go ahead and get the Windows data recovery software installed, and I'm going to walk you through it. It's pretty easy. Also, there's a free version, so we can go ahead and try out the software and see if it's right for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and download the software. Use the stellarinfo.com links. Link will be in the description. Go ahead and install the program. Once it's installed, you'll launch it by double-clicking on it, and here you'll see what you can select to recover. You want to pick the drive you are trying to recover. So for me it was Dropbox, so I have that selected. You definitely want to do deep scan, because if you don't, it might not find the file you're looking for. And my scan took about 25 minutes, and that was with a 32 GB file. So you may have to wait a little bit. Once the scan's complete, you should be able to see a list of files that were recovered. And as you're going through all these files, you can select the ones you want to recover. It'll then ask you, where do you want to actually recover them? I highly recommend you recover the file not onto the same drive you're recovering from, because that might actually cause problems. So I'm just going to recover it to my desktop. So here I have a screen recording file that I found that I want to recover. I right-clicked on it. It's going to ask me where do I want it to recover. I'm going to select the desktop. Alright, I got it selected, and now it's recovering. It's that simple, guys. If you have any questions on how to use this software, definitely leave a comment down below, because I will be standing by 24/7 to answer all comments and questions. I hope you guys have liked this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know about what kind of problems you're having with your PC. Thanks. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.